Hey everyone, Pathetic Ivy here. Well, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Sonic Superstars has been released and I'm finally ready to give my thoughts on it. So, without further ado, this is my review of Sonic Superstars. I'll start off with the basic gameplay. It's everything we've come to expect from a classic Sonic game. Getting to the end by using momentum-based physics and getting there faster because of it. Everything feels smooth and you always feel in control of your character. Speaking of characters, this game gives you 4 playable characters that you can switch between in between acts. 3 of these are the returning Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. They also added Amy as a full playable character. Amy plays fine and I enjoy her enough to warrant an entire playthrough as her. Overall, a welcome addition. Now, the levels themselves. I absolutely love them. This game has 26 acts split over 11 zones, and there isn't a single act I dread playing. Of course, some will be better than others, but all of them are fun enough that I don't wish I could skip them. The levels are very open and have unique gimmicks to make each one stand out. Unlike other classic Sonic games, each gimmick feels like a tool that will make you go faster, unlike older classic Sonic games, where a few level gimmicks you would want to avoid at all costs. The only exception to this would probably be the dark areas in Speed Jungle Zone, where you can't see what's ahead of you, but I don't mind it too much because it encourages the player to learn the level so that the darkness never becomes an issue for them. I also adore the level themes. Each one is fun and vibrant and feels like the pixelated locations of the older games come to life. I won't lie, the soundtrack was a bit of a letdown, especially for Sonic. It wasn't bad, don't get me wrong, but it lacked the punch the older games had. I wanted to quickly talk about the boss fights. They are probably the best in the series. They're extremely fun and force you to put into some actual thought into the fights instead of just abusing invincibility frames. Also, I really enjoyed the final boss. It was super challenging and made me feel great once I beat it. The boss fights also make good use of the emerald powers which you get from the special stages. Speaking of the special stages, I'm happy to report they are probably the best in the series. You swing from grapple points trying to catch the Chaos Emerald as it progressively gets harder. The physics were on point for this, and I never felt like I failed because the game didn't do what I wanted it to. Now, for the most important part of any classic Sonic game, the replayability. And yeah, it's as fun to replay as ever. You can see yourself improve each time, and you eventually feel like a god for going through the levels at a lightning speed. I don't think it was as fun to replay as Sonic 1 or Mania, but that could just be because I've played those games for longer. So, for my final verdict, is this game a good continuation of the classic Sonic games? Yes. This game nails everything that made classic Sonic special, but continues to drive the series forward with new additions and features. In short, Sonic Superstars is pure joy. On that note, I've been Pathetic Ivy, and I bid you farewell.